Year, Flosstube. Welcome to my whip parade for 2024. My name's Lindsay and welcome to my channel. Before I do the whip parade, I thought I'd do a quick reintroduction of myself because I've had quite a few new subscribers over the past few months. So, as I've said, my name's Lindsay. I live in Nottingham with my husband and 3 of our 4 children and the cat. I like to cross stitch, I knit, I crochet, I can basic sew, just do basic sewing, basic quilting. I like to read, watch films, I like all that, so you might see a bit of everything and that on this channel from time to time. At the minute there's not been much stitching done between Christmas and New Year because I got given from my daughter a centro circular knitting machine, so I've been practicing doing the different things that I can find online for that. So yeah, I'm getting there, but today is all about cross stitch. So as you know, for those that have been following me for a while, I did Flossmas in December, and I also, as part of the Flossmas, I also did my 12 starts of Stitchmas, and I decided to do 12 starts before Christmas. So, and I managed to do that. So by doing that, I did a start every other day, so I got 2 days. I could work on the new start for 2 days. So that has taken my whips up to, let me just look at my notes, I've got 16 whips now. So we're going to go through them today. And that, and then we'll hopefully, I do have a plan for this year as well, so I'll share that with you as well. So let's start. This is my whip basket. There we go, my lovely whip basket. So my first one is, this is Pizza Time, charted by me, the Elvin Stitchery, and I haven't worked on this since November, but there we go. So I'm about halfway, give or take a few hundred stitches. So my goal for this one is to have this finished by the 31st of December this year, 2024. So I have a few ideas on how I'm going to achieve that. So yeah, that's Pizza Time. And I'll put a picture in somewhere up here of what it will look like once it's been done. So that's number 1. Number 2 is my Snow White stamp kit, which I think is this one. Yes, it is. And this will, here's the picture. So this is what it will look like once it's finished. And this is a stamped kit that was bought from VIPCrossStitch. And again, I haven't worked on this one since I think October, November. And that's as far as I've got. So on this one I'm just filling in the background. And I'm chopping some off the top and the bottom to give it a bit more of a square shape. So that's Snow White. So that is number 2. Number 3 is my Nutcracker scene by MariaDiaz, and this was from the CrossStitcher magazine over here in the UK, and it's the November and December issues 2022. Oh, I forgot to say, sorry, Pizza Time is done 1/1 on 32 count white Murano 10 stitch, and Snow White is 3/1 on 11 count stamped Aida. And this is Nutcracker scene, as I said, and I'm doing this 1/1 on 18 count blue Ombre Aida. It's from Chromatic Alchemy, but I bought it from someone on eBay who I think was just selling some stash off. So there's a small start that I did for that. So this is another one I'm hoping to have finished this year. So So as you see, I've started at the bottom and I'll work my way up. So that's that one. That's number 3. Sorry if I keep looking down, I've got my notes here. Number 4 is, oh, I've not brought it through. I haven't done it yet though. So I'll put a picture in of it last time, but it's the 12 Days of Christmas by PlumStreetSamplers. This is a freebie on her blog website. And the way I'm doing it is I'm doing 1 a month, and I'm doing it 2/2, 32 count raw Belfast linen with sulky threads. And this is I'm just doing, I've got a range of sulky threads. What I'll do is I'll put pictures in just to show you, and then I'm just choosing whatever colours I want to do and that. So I did 1 last month starting on the 1st of December, and I did number 12, which is the 12 drummers drumming, and this month today I will start the 11 pipers piping. So I'm going to do 1 a month, and then by the 1st of December I will have had all 12 done and I can have them finished, and that'll be another one that I will have finished this year. I'm also doing it as part of a sale if anybody wants to join in. If you've got any 12 days of Christmas, want to split it up, do that. And the hashtag that I'm using is 12 days, 12 months, Xmas sale. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen, and I'll also have it put in the description box down below as well. So on with the show. So my next one is Mickey's Coffee. This was another one of my 12 starts of Stitchmas, and this is being done 1/1 on 28 count Cream Murano, and the pattern I got from NeneSweetPatterns on Etsy. And there's my start. Just this little corner here. Now this is a restart because I did start it last year. I was doing it on 22 count Aida, but I didn't like how it was coming out, so I decided to restart it again as part of my Flossmas. And that's the start I managed to get, so that's not too bad. So we'll carry on with that this year. My next one is it's my Poison Ivy stamp kit. There's a picture of what it will look like once it's done. And this is another stamp kit that I got from VIPCrossStitch. And that's all I managed to get done. Just that little block in the corner. But I'll whittle it on. So that's that one. My next one is Celestial Dragon by Joan Elliott, and this is from her Bewitching cross-stitch book. So it's this dragon on the front here. Now let me find him a minute. Bear with me. Because he does have a border around him. There's a better picture than that. There we go. But I'm not doing the border, I'm just doing the dragon. So I'm doing him. He is being done 2/1 on unnamed printed Aida, 14 count Aida that I got from Amazon, and that was my start on him. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, it looks a bit tight. The borders will be a bit tight, but I have measured and measured and counted, and I know that he will fit on here but that's fine. I can work with that. So there we go. So that's my Celestial Dragon by Joan Elliott. And that was another one of my 12 starts with Stitchmas. My next one is, this is the Wolf's Petite Wolf by, it's a Dimensions Petite kit. And he is being done, it's everything in the kit. and he's still on the hoop. So he is being done 2/1, sorry, on 18 count Aida, and that was the start I got. So this is another one that I'm hoping to have finished by the end of this year. So that's my wolf. My next one is another stamp kit, and this is, what is this one? Oh, this is the Joker stamp kit. Now there's no full complete picture in here, so I'll have to find one and put it on. But that, hopefully you can see that, is what he will look like once it's done. And with this one, I started in the bottom corner, so I've just got this bit done here, and that's 3/1 on 11 count Aida. So that's the Joker. Pile's building now. My next one is starting to go there. What's this one? Oh, this is another stamped kit that I've got, and it's called I'm calling it Bubblegum Animals, but it is a giraffe, a llama and an ostrich all flowing a bubblegum bubble. And this is a kit that my son bought me for my birthday this year. He bought it along with a bee. If you've watched my previous Flosstubes, you'll see that I did a bee stamped kit, so my son had bought me that as well. And this was another start for 12 starts of Stitchmas, and that's as far as you can tell I've done. I'm just working on the giraffe there. And again, this is 3/1 on 11 count. And there we go. So my next one, this is my Hecate from Geeks. Let me just find the picture. There we go. And this is a Geeks kit that I've had for a couple of years now, that I got for Christmas about 2-3 years ago. So I decided to do as another start for 12 days of Stitchmas, and I'm not doing what the 18 count is recommended. She is being done, as I do with most of my full coverages now, 1/1 tent stitch on 32 count white Murano, and that's I did do some during the Christmas period, and so yeah, that's her. That's where I've got to on her. So that's my Hecate. So for all my projects, so all the information on all my projects will be listed in the description box below, and where I've got them from as well. That's that one. My next one is, this is Winter Geisha. That's another Joan Elliott. Print's not very good on this. So this is Winter Geisha by Joan Elliott, and I am doing her. Let's see if I can find her on the list. Where are you? I'm doing her 2/2 on 32 count blue grey Murano. And I will be doing 1/1 skin, as I've done for all my, I'm hoping you can see this. So I managed to get the 2 little bunnies done on the bottom, and I've worked my way along, and then I'll just start working my way up. So again, this will be another one that I won't finish this year, because some of these have been sat in my kitted up box for a while now, so I think it's a good time to get them sorted. So there's that one. My next it's another stamp kit. Now, get this thing used Harley needle. Yes, this stamped kit is Harley Quinn. And it's another stamped one again from VIPCrossStitch. And she, let me just show you. So that's, I'll put a picture in anyway. That's what she'll look like. Hopefully you can see that. Of what she'll look like when she's done. And I started in the top corner and I went down to the bottom corner as well. And she's being done, it's 3/1 again on 11 count. So it's another one. And the reason I've got these stamped kits is because Tracy from A World of Stitches here on Flosstube, she showed some and I decided to go over and I ended up purchasing, as we do. So just a word of warning, Tracy at A World of Stitches can be an enabler. So my next one is 9, this is 9 lives, let me find the picture. So this was another Fred Geeks pattern. There we go. Now I'm not doing all this black background, I'm actually going to just do it on, I'm doing it on black Jobeling, 28 count Jobeling, 1/1 full cross stitch. So now I did during my Flossmas and for my 12 days of Stitchmas, I did start it here at the bottom, and then once I took him out my nudge hoop, I realised I was too far over, so I decided to restart him, and make sure it's this way up. I did, so I've decided to do a middle start on this one. So I did some gridding, and I've just used, it's just some glow in the dark thread that I've got that I had lying around, so I've just used that. So I've gridded out the page, and then all I'm doing is I'm colour completing. I'm working my way up and down the page, colour completing, and like I said, this is 1/1 on 28 count black Jobeling. So that's another, that was another Stitchmas start. This is my last Stitchmas start, and this is Gathering Acorns by Country Cottage. I've got a picture somewhere. No, I've lost the picture. Yep, I've lost the picture. Okay, so this is Gathering Acorns by Country Cottage. No, I forget the name. Did I write it down? Cottage Garden Samplings. That's it. And I'm doing, yeah, it's Gathering Acorns. So this is, I'm doing it 28 count biscuit even weave, and I'm doing 1/1. I did try doing 2/1 on this, but I don't think it, I thought I'd measured correctly, but I don't think it is. So I thought I'll do it 1/1, and it will make a nice, I'll make it into a little cushion for autumn and that. So that was my start, on my last day for that. And again, this is another one that I want finished for the end of this year. So that is all my whips, apart from the one that I've got here, which I'll show you in a minute. So out of these whips, for the finishes that I want this year, it will be Pizza Time, Snow White, my 12 Days of Christmas, Celestial Dragon, The Wolf, Winter Geisha and Gathering Acorns. So that's 7 finishes for this year, which I'm pretty, and my Nutcracker scene. So that's 8 finishes I'm pretty sure I can do. I'm going to have a go. but the goal is the 31st of December 2024, so that's it. That's the only, I've got 365 days, because it's a leap year, but I'm not classing today. 365 days to finish them. I do have a bit of a plan for this year. So for this month, so what I'll do is I'll show you this one, my New Year, New Start, and then I'll talk about my plans for the next couple of months. So I did it this morning. I've done a New Year, New Start, and if you saw my last Flossmas post, it is the Black Cat Spirit board from Geeks, and this was a pattern that my daughter bought me for my birthday, along with the 9 lives. So, and I've started that this morning. So again, I'm doing 32 count, 1/1 tent stitch on white Murano, and that's what the start I've got this morning. So not a bad start. So yeah, so that's my New Year, New Start. So my plans for going forward this year so far is to do my 12 days of Christmas Sal once a month, so do each day, a day each month, which is, it should only take a couple of days to do, and that's, I'm not doing the border, and there's some little bits, and I'm changing some things as I go along, so, and I'm taking some things out, and I'll probably add bits, or, you know, and that'll be personalising it. So then for this month in January, I'm only going to be working on my non-full coverage. So I'll be taking out Pizza Time, my Black Cat Spirit board, my, what else is there? What was the other one? Mickey's Coffee and Hecate. I'm not going to touch them at all this month. I'm not sure about my stamp kits yet. I don't know if to sort of do a couple of days on each and that, or to do them, you know, because they're card. You can take their card projects, so you can take them in the card. They're quite easy. You've got no pattern to look at. It's just there, and you can just sit and stitch away. So for this month, it's my non-full coverage. For February, I'm just going to be concentrating on my full coverage, as well as the 1 day for my 12 days of Christmas sale that I have to do. And then March is, I know that some people call it March Mania. So for March Mania, I'm going to take the whips that I'm hoping are closest to a finish and push for a finish on them. So that's my plans for the next 3 months. Hopefully it goes to plan. I'm not saying it will. Plans change. I really do that. So as we all know, especially when you've got a family and that. So yeah, so that's it. So I hope you're all keeping well, staying safe, keeping warm. Hope you all had a nice holiday, happy holidays and New Year and that. And I shall be back at the beginning of February, hopefully, with some progress and still sticking to the plans and that. So thank you for coming and watching, spending time. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, liked, comment. If you have any questions, any comments, just leave them down below and that. And thank you. So I shall see you again in about a month. Bye.